Hey guys, so I started this off by looking at nerves. I think a lot of people don't realize just how nerve-wracking it is to do the driving test. I can remember from my days when I did my driving test as well, it was very, very nerve-wracking because there's so much there that is unexpected. But the big thing is, one of the big secrets is to have the right mindset. And it helps a lot if you set yourself up with the right mindset. It really does help. So in this case, what I want to tell you is I want to give you some key pointers this evening on what to do to get that mindset correct. And if you've been on a couple of our videos, you will see that there's one or two things I will repeat, but it's all about mindset. Because if you go into that test with the incorrect mindset, you are going to disadvantage yourself. And the biggest problem often with mindset is that people think the examiner is their enemy. Guys, this guy is not your friend, and you don't need to know him. You're not going to build a relationship with him in a 40-minute drive. It's not going to happen. He might have been, by the time he gets to you, he might have already been in the car with 5 or 6 learners that very day, depending on what time your test is. I mean, if you have a test during the summer at 7:15 in the morning, which we have done as early as that, if you're in that test with him at 7:15 in the morning, very likely that you are the first person he's doing a test with. So yes, in those circumstances, I would say you are going to be the first person he's talking to that morning, apart from his mates and he's had tea with them. But you are literally going to then be the first person. The problem that you have though is, the one thing is, you don't want to create a situation where he feels you're aggressive or obnoxious to him. So I would not recommend that at all. I would simply say to you guys, be respectful. Get there, you're clean, you're well washed, you're nicely washed, you've got clean clothes on, and you have deodorized and done everything else to be respectful to the examiner. I don't think you need to wear a suit or a tie or anything like that, but just smart casual or be well dressed, because that's important. And it's important for you as well, because it helps you feel more comfortable if you look the part. Okay, so first of all, the examiner is not your enemy. Don't think of it like that, and get yourself into that mindset. You are disadvantaging yourself, and then anything he does becomes a threat to you, because now you're watching him like a hawk. That's not the approach. You need to make sure that your process of checking is correct and that you understand what to check. I often see students who are coming to us and then they want to do a driving test, and then I say to them, okay, take the next junction on the left, and then they check their center mirror and their right hand mirror and their left hand mirror, and they look over their right shoulder, and I'm just thinking to myself, all you're telling me is that that process you're using is not a reflection of what the right process should be. Now guys, why do people do that? They do that because the instructors taught them it's mirror signal maneuver. But I often think they don't really know why they're doing it. They just know it's got to be mirror signal maneuver. And it doesn't matter, they're not doing anything effective because they are using a whole lot of unnecessary checks. And that's where it tells me, okay, calm action, no stopping and commentary. Some instructors teach this live commentary while you're driving. I think sometimes that is disadvantageous to you. You cannot speak at the speed of you can't. Nobody can do that. If you can speak at the speed of your brain, either your brain is very slow or your speaking is very fast. So if you're speaking faster than your brain works, I think you need a brain transplant. I think there's a problem. I'm just joking, guys, but honestly, our brains are extremely, extremely efficient and very, very good at creating perspectives for us to work with.